Be smart, report reaching us be say they say Tinubu dey in panic fear holy heart to say he dey afraid he say they condemn wetin dey go on right now for the country of Gabon, wetin dey happen. He say this is not right this is not right humanly speaking in any way. He say how come wetin happen just now we be say we don dey see say countries take over this that don dey happen. He say e no dey right he no understand am say what's going on exactly, how did we get here? Where yes, we just see am say we say the military don take over for this country they don take over. They say we say the president and his son say that they do things wey no dey right, say so they're not happy. They don't decide to say we say things no go fit continue the same way. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Tinubu in panic at the rapid rate and spread of coup taking place in Africa. React condemns coup in Gabon, says this action is not acceptable. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reacted to the latest coup in Gabon, where President Ali Bongo has been outbusted and placed under house arrest. Recall that some military personnel had hinged out a plot to seize power from Bongo on what they termed as obsessed flair in the recent general election in the Central African country, saying the elections were marred with irregularities. Officers has also admitted that the orchestration of the general election of August the 26th, 2023 did not meet the condition for a transparent, credible, and inclusive ballot. So much hope for the people of Guba has been dashed and tarnished. They had also cited irresponsible and unpredictable governance, resulting in a continuing deterioration in social cohesion with the risk of leading the country into chaos. But reacting on behalf of President Tinubu on Wednesday, his special assistant on media and publicity, Ajero, said presidency is watching closely with deep concerns the coup taking place in Africa by military. This is not acceptable and we cannot continue to allow this to happen. President Tinubu is very worried at the occurrence of this taking place in Africa, which should not be encouraged in any way, form, or kind. He said the presidency is deeply worried. He said the spread across this, if this is not contained, it could spread across the continent of Africa. Ninjele says that the president, as a man who has been significant person, sacrificed a lot of his life in the course of advancing and defending democracy, is of unwavering belief that the power belongs in the hands of African great people and not the hands of those who have a loaded gun. He said the president affirmed that the rule of law and the faithful recourse of constitutional resolution and institution of electoral dispute resolution must not be at any time allowed to perish from our great continent. To this end, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is working closely and continue to communicate with other heads of state in African Union towards the comprehension consensus on the next step forward with respect to how power in Gabon will play out and how the continent will respond to continuous outrage of such, so it does not spread across the continent. So Tinubu, I hear you. It makes sense what you talk, because everybody talk now say they don't make this thing spread across the continent, which is true. Which is true. It should not spread across the continent. However, now we don't do bad. At times, the good people see they go, now it's supposed to be fear when something wrong they on. We know if people never do what they right. Okay, if you have not been doing the right thing, if you have not dotted your I's and crossed your T's, you will have yourself to blame when such things begin to happen. He says, so the president is worried. Not be me talk more. Say because if fear be say maybe these things not come flow across Africa, say because with the way this thing they go, so it no correct. See the way they go, so the way things just they happen, we be say for African country, people just they do this kind of thing. They say not correct. So you don't want make this kind of thing, this kind men make it spread across the continent. Before you know, other people go start to the act in this way. Before you know that people begin to dey behave this way. So they say not supposed to be. He says so for starters, everybody needs to understand, say this kind of thing must not be condoned or allowed to continue. He said because Africans must understand the importance of who they are and rising up to the occasion. No one should allow people to take advantage of them and do whatever they think they want to do, in order for them to get away with it. He said Africa must be protected and preserved. And so, every single person needs to understand it, that these days, with more that is going on, we need to understand that, and we need to understand that more of these kind of things may happen if African leaders do not do the right thing. How can an election be conducted? And after the election has been conducted, you go there, you circumvent the will of the people, and then you're afraid. You're afraid. Okay? You're afraid that, these things is happening, but then you caused it. You caused it to an extent. We're not saying this is not right. We're condemning it. We're not saying it is right in any way, form, or kind. But you cannot eat your cake the same time have it in your hand. Does it work between you and I? Does it work? Let's be honest. Does it work? I believe the answer is no. I believe that answer is no. Okay? I believe that answer is no. You see? And in case you're not aware, we just have to begin to rise up. We just have to begin to rise up in Africa. We just have to begin to rise up. So this is what is happening. This is why every single person needs to, ensure that we all are on the same page. We cannot allow people who have selfish interest. Okay? We cannot allow them and allow them to continue to rule us. Rule to where? Are they concerned about us? Are they being honest and sincere? Where did we get all these things that we keep harboring and encouraging to go on in our very own nation? Where do we get them from? And why do we allow it to continue to recycle in our faces over and over again? If there's any time where urgent need for everyone to arise and to ensure that the right thing is done, it is now. We can't afford to be quiet and leave things to, just like that. Leave us a comment. God bless. Bye for now.